This right here is a video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time now. Ever since I got fired, I've had a lot of time to mull things over, to introspect, and to really think, I suppose. And the simple fact of the matter is that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be single, especially on Valentine's Day. It's okay to be by yourself and to not have to worry about how fast you can microwave a partnership with somebody else to try and get something going, to feel like you're worthy. Because the reality is that people are worthy, and in some cases they are better off by themselves. When we are faced with being by ourselves, or we are faced with situations where mentally or physically we need to grow, sometimes being by yourself is the best way of doing it. Now, I'm not saying this as like an emo kind of like, oh, the darkness is all consuming. You need to be by yourself. No, nothing like that. I'm just saying this because it's something that I admittedly have struggled with, where I'm either in a partnership trying to keep it going because I feel like this is the only kind of partnership that I deserve, or the only kind that I'll ever have that'll work out, or dealing with partners who have such objectively toxic behavior to the point where they'll tear down those close to you just so that they can get you to look at them, or partners who have been passed around like a football during the Super Bowl, and you think that even though you're their friend and they say that eventually they want to have you as something serious, or your ex who, for lack of a better term, literally blew your best friend in the bathroom at a local roller rink like that. Okay, these are getting too specific, but there are there are things that I have done to try and appease others that I am not proud of. And so long been stuck with that mentality of, well, this is what you deserve, or this is the best that you can do. And having now been alone for quite some time, no, don't get me wrong, I still have my friends, care about them, love them, but it's made me realize, and this is not just myself, but this is just for anyone, that focusing on yourself is quite possibly one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Especially if you're in a relationship around this season, because so many people are going to be just microwaving them like hot pockets, and I guarantee you, if not today, they're gonna fall apart by the end of next week. The girls, they got their flowers, they got their fill, they got everything they needed. On to the next one. And that's just how it works. And it's okay. It really is okay to focus on yourself, to be alone. And in some ways, it can be better. Because I've been taking this time working on my career, working on getting my car back. My stupid fucking Dodge Avenger, bro. I swear. Never get one of those things. I love mine to death, but I've been stressing about it for months now, ever since I got into a car crash. And today's the day I'm supposed to bring her home, supposedly. But that's besides the point. Working on yourself, going to the gym. Sounds cliche, I know, but trust me, I did it like a week or two ago, and it's straight up just dopamine. Like I feel so happy going. Even doing workouts at home, I've been taking the time, ironically using Wii Sports of all things to try and keep myself fit, but also doing things that I used to love doing, going for runs, getting on my bike, playing games that I haven't touched in years, you know, getting back into drawing and art and stuff like that. And I'll even post some examples up on the screen here. But so many people get absolutely cooked by Valentine's Day, or even just the idea of finding a partner in general. They get so and just enveloped in the idea that if they do not have somebody else, then they will get dragged down, or that they are not enough. And it actually, if anything, kind of works in the opposite. Stay alone, work on yourself, and eventually the right one will come to you. And that's actually some advice that I got from a friend of mine who's helping to get me a job. And for his efforts, I am really thankful. The advice, the effort, all of it. And a lot of times, I've also seen people around this time, they'll go and they'll completely abandon their friends for their partners. I'm not saying like, like not hanging out with your friends so you can spend time with your partner. I mean like completely disregarding, just so they can be with that one person, and that one person may treat them like trash. And I'll admit, I've done that. I've seen people who've done that, and I realize, thinking here and now, that it really is just, it's better in some ways to be alone. Now, don't get me wrong, I want a partnership as much as the next guy, but the last person who I talked to really showcased just how bad somebody can become when they feel like they're not getting what they want, and when they feel like they are trapped in a corner. Some vile, vile displays of human behavior. But I'm making this video not as like a sad, sappy thing, but for motivation. It's okay to be alone. Go on, find that hobby. Find that you like drawing. Find an old game that you loved playing. Me personally, after this, I'm about to play Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that game. Played it as a kid with my dad all the time. Same with Black Ops 3 Zombies. We did old like arcade style games and stuff together. After I broke up with my ex, went over to his house, went and hung out there for a while, and we ended up just sitting around talking and playing this game called Dwarf on a Wharf. And that's also one that I want to try and show on the channel, because that one's actually a lot of fun. It's a simple game where you got these big burly dudes, and they pick up this little dwarf, and you have to launch him from the wharf to a ship that's rapidly departing. And it's small, simple, stupid stuff like that, or even getting back into drawing, or like I've been getting back into building Legos. Not that I work at a certain Lego themed theme park anymore, but yeah, it's just for this season, for this particular time, it's okay to try and find yourself. And I'm using this video as a means of self-motivation because I realize I've fallen as a person, and I want help. I need help. I honest to God should probably see a therapist, because I've been thinking things lately that are not good. Very much not good. And I don't know if I can handle that on myself. That's gonna require a professional. But for all of those who have similar thoughts, similar experiences, I know close friends of mine who have. Some got therapy, some didn't. And what it feels like right now is being on a boat in the middle of the water. And for as much as I'm trying to keep that boat steady, the water keeps pushing against the boat. Be it drunk Nissan Altima drivers who have no earthly clue where they're going and they ruin your moving in day, or management who so clearly wants to incur a layoff in excess of 60% of our department, but doesn't have the gall to say that it is a layoff. So they say that they are not allowed, and by they I mean coworkers. They say that you are not allowed to discuss management with fellow coworkers, which was stated nowhere in my contract, but there's no point in fighting it now. So take this video as you will, and take it as advice. There's only one Valentine's Day that I have even slightly enjoyed since I was a kid. Because when you're a kid, when you're in school and when they're going and they're doing all like the bags and stuff being handed out. I don't know if anyone else did this, but my old schools, what they would do is they would hand out bags, or like we would hand out bags to each other, and we would hand out cards and candy and all sorts of stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also controlled, so that way everybody got a shot. And then middle and high school, as soon as signs of the real world start to hit, you realize that that number of bags that you're going to get dwindles pretty fucking quick. And even as for chocolate, honestly, my Valentine this year, or Valentine's rather, is not a girl. Not at all. I only like women. I'm only attracted to women. But I plan on spending Valentine's Day with my family, which is another thing that people forget about Valentine's, is that it's supposed to be about love in general, not just here quick, I'm going to give my girlfriend some roses, she's going to take me out to some half-assed dinner, and then we're going to go home and raw dog for the rest of the night and then break up tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be about love in general, actual appreciation. Yet it's been monetized to death for the longest time now. And it's just ridiculous. But there's nothing I or anyone else could do about it, really. So I say unto you this year on Valentine's, keep yourself safe, keep yourself happy. I'm trying to do the best that I can. You'll notice I've been uploading a lot more because content creation and graphic design and art and music and all, like video, all sorts of stuff like that, it's not just sitting down and playing a video game behind a camera. I see it as a project. Every time I upload a video, my channel grows. Self-satisfaction grows. For 902 subscribers, that's not a lot. In the grand scheme of things, it's I mean, 900 people is a lot, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, where folks have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, yeah, it's not a lot. But that doesn't mean that I can't make it a lot. I can always keep growing. And for that, I am grateful. And for Valentine's Day, and for my family, and for my friends. It's okay to be by yourself. Now, like I said, this is not meant to be sappy. This is not meant to be all sad or anything like that. It's just, this is a video idea that I've had for a while. Just something that I wanted to talk about. And I think that this is just something that deserves to be talked about. So many people, and myself included, it's okay to be alone. There's no time like the present to work on yourself. Take this as motivation, my friends. Trust me, it can really help. So for that, I say, happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy the rest of 2024. And be the best for yourselves that you can.